How's it going, my Poké people? This is Pokemon Sellers here, and for today's video I will be sharing a story about these Wizard of the Coast blisters and the awesome pulls that I got from them. So originally I paid about $40 for these. They were sealed, and I thought about keeping them for a long time, you know, just so I could probably sell them in the future or something and make some money. And it got to a point where I didn't really want them anymore, so I just decided to list them on eBay. And there was 4 of them. I had 2 fossil, 2 jungle. They're all sealed. So I listed them. Some guy bought them. So I sent them off to him. I packaged them really well. And I get a message from the guy saying that a couple of them were opened, that he wanted a refund. So instantly I thought, okay, this guy's trying to scam me. So, you know, we went back and forth, and I asked him to send me pictures so I could see what was up with them, and, you know, because I was pretty irritated at that point. And so anyway, I thought, screw it, you know, I gotta refund him, and asked him to send them back, and he, you know, nicely sent them back to me. So I get them back. 2 of them, the plastics kind of popped open, you know, right here, and these are all unsealed, by the way. I opened them up, obviously, and the plastic right here was popped open on 2 of them. And so I was like, okay, well, maybe this guy, you know, weighed the packs and switched them out or something. And so I was like, well, I got to be sure, you know, see what's in them. So I decided to open up 1 fossil pack. So I opened it up, and I was pretty into Pokemon in my childhood, and I really don't remember opening any packs, sadly. But I remember having a lot of cards and trading with friends and stuff. So I was like, well, you know, this is kind of a once-in-a-lifetime thing here, kind of, you know. So I opened this one up, and ended up pulling this Raichu out. As you can see, I mean, I went berserks when I opened it up and pulled it, because I was so excited. And you can see it pretty dang clean. The centering's, sorry about the lighting. Centering's pretty good. Back's flawless. And anyways, after I pulled this Raichu, I messaged the guy. I sent him the pictures of the Raichu, and like, see, man, these packs are, you know, were fine. And he thought, all right, well, you know, he didn't want it back, obviously. So I was like, well, might as well keep them. And so I ended up, you know, pulling that one, and I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna keep that. So, and then I decided to open up the rest of the blisters because I just thought, screw it, and I didn't want to risk selling them again and having them, you know, potentially open up in transport, you know, the 2 that I did have sealed. And so I didn't really want to go through that mess again. So I'm like, well, I might as well just open them all up. So the next one I opened was Muck, or this fossil blister, and I ended up pulling this Muck out of it. And this thing's flawless too, as you can see. Lighting's not very good, but centering is amazing. Back's great. So I was like, okay, so I opened up, and I also have a the second jungle blister here. I opened that one up, and I ended up pulling a non-holo, I think it was actually this right here, that Pokemon. And so I decided to open up the 4th one, and lo and behold, went 3 for 4. Pulled this electrode right here. And this thing's pretty cherry too. See, no scratches. Centering's great. Back's great. And so I was thinking, like, man, this is amazing. You know, I only had 4 blisters. I pulled 3 holos out of, you know, the 3. And so I'm going to be sending these off to PSA to get graded at some point. I got a sub I've been starting. And so eventually when I get it built up big enough, I'll send it off, and I'll make a video on the grades I get back. The next video I'll be making is all the PSA cards I have to grade that I will be sending off. And then obviously when I get them back, I'll do that video. But I just wanted to share the story about these. This Raichu should, I mean, I think it's got like 1 holo scratch. It should grade about, I'd say a 9. Currently, the Raichu PSA 10 goes for about 120 bucks. PSA 9 is about 23 on average. And if you get the first edition, it's about 180 bucks for the 10. But obviously, it's not first edition. The Muck PSA 10 is about 30 bucks. PSA 9 is about 18. First edition PSA 10 is about 60 bucks. And you got the Electrode PSA 10 for this goes about 40 bucks. PSA 9 goes for about 20. Not very much, but I didn't pay too much for these blister packs. And then first edition goes for about 140 for the PSA 10. You know, I lost some money, you know, depending on what their grades get, but I had fun in opening them up, so I don't regret it. And I had to make sure that they were legit, maybe sure that guy didn't swap them out, you know, for some unweighed or, you know, weighed packs. But yeah, so, you know, till next time, just wanted to share this. Thank you guys.